This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. So, it's Bosiju here. I mean, this thing's really strong. It kills a lot of things in the format. It is just a great land. It's a land if you need it to be in a really powerful removal spell the rest of the time. So, it's like basically Swords to Plowshares. I guess Path to Exile is probably a better comparison. But yeah, we'll take Bosiju here. So, for the whole rebalanced cards thing, I'm counting them as completely separate cards. That's my plan, anyway. Because they are basically different cards. But the problem with that is it basically means alchemy cards will never make the list. So, which maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know. So this pack has the Modern Age, which is really good. It's also got a Kami of Terrible Secrets, which is quite good. So yeah, we're looking at Kami or the Modern Age. We'd already have one black card. Maybe that sways me in the direction of the Kami. I think it probably does. Yeah. We do have to build around it to some extent. Okay, well, here's all the blue cards ever. This time we're taking the Modern Age. Hard to pass the second one. Merge Keeper's okay, but the Modern Age is just a lot better. Yeah, so, like a lot of the things they're announcing people don't like for Constructed, but I actually think the fact that they're doing like a Commander Horizons thing or whatever they're doing. Is it Commander? They're doing some release of Alchemy that's going to be a limited format, and I think that seems pretty cool, but that's just me. As someone who plays 99% limited. So this pack has a Dokuchi Silencer and a Spirited Companion. I mean, I think the Companion's enough better that I'd take it over the Silencer, even though the Silencer is black. I mean, Companion's really nice. Enchantment draws you a card, etc. Pack 1 Pick 1 was Tribute to Hirobi. Most of these cards kind of make sense with the original card they represent, but this doesn't really seem like Hirobi Death's Wail to me. It doesn't do anything with Rats, the original card, and its main effect is that when you target stuff with it, if you target anything while it's in play, the creature is destroyed. It's very weird that they went the way they did. Okay, so we've got a Leech Gauntlet. We've also got another Kami, though. Befriending the Moths is in the conversation, too. I'm leaning towards Kami number 2. I just feel like I'm going to be able to get enough artifacts and enchantments that these are going to be great. Right now, we're not there, obviously, but... This is not a great pack. I mean, Iron Apprentice is good for the commies. Scoured Barrens is the other thing we're looking at because, it might help us play black. If we end up black-white, it'll be good fixing. I mean, Tamio's Completion's kind of in the conversation, too. Maybe it is just the Completion, actually. Yeah, it probably is. I think it's better than the Gainland or the Apprentice. Okay, so Chainflail Centipede is nice in Kami of Terrible Secrets decks because it gives you a nice artifact creature. Moonsnare Specialist is really good, though. It's unfortunate it's not an enchantment or a creature, but I do think it's enough better than the Centipede that I take the Specialist here. Yeah, blue does feel very open. Then there's this pack. Well, we do have Tamio's Completion. I think I'd probably take the Steward. It always plays well with the Kami because it gets you an aura and it's an artifact. The Kunai is nice too, but I think we grab a Steward here. We already have one good thing to grab, and we might get more. The Centipede is real mediocre. The only reason it's worthwhile at all is because it's an artifact, basically. So Bamboo Grove Archer is probably the best card in this pack. Debt to the Kami, Brute Suit. These things are all okay, but not great. Could just grab an artifact because we have Kami of Terrible Secrets. Don't hate it. And it's a fine card. I do think the Archer is better than everything in this pack, but it really only works in a very specific, a grindy green deck, basically. is what you have to be in. Okay, Undercity Scrounger's fine. Thank you for the sub. Age Austin. Okay, this is an artifact, so I think I grab it over these two largely unplayable cards. Doesn't feel like we're going to be in white. Yeah, I'd rather have a Mnemonic Sphere. Doesn't feel like green's very open either, but we'll keep it in mind. Seems like blue-black's where we're ending up here. We've got 3 enchantments and 5 artifacts. That's a good start for a deck trying to play 2 Kamis of Terrible Secrets. Yeah, a couple not very good cards. Oh my god. We could have had 2 Besiegers, but we definitely take Life of Toshiro Umezawa, one of the best cards in the set. You know, no matter when you play it, it has a big impact. You know, picking off a 1/1 with it, or an X1, is the spiciest thing, but it's great in general. Even better than Embrace. You know, we do have a Shrine Steward, so Embrace gets some extra value, but we take the life. Second Besiju is cool. I wouldn't mind if Completion wheels when we have a Shrine Steward in our deck, but yeah, we take life. The Life of Toshiro. Okay, so here I think we take Gravelighter. Oh, man, actually. So we've got another Kami, but I think we're actually looking at Network Disruptor or Gravelighter. And gosh, I think I might actually want the Disruptor. It's an artifact. It sets up Ninjutsu. They're both so good. I mean, this sets up Ninjutsu too, but it doesn't have a useful type. Man. Tough. Do I like Disruptor more than Gravelighter? Not in a vacuum. Yeah, I think we go for Gravelighter in the end here. I wouldn't mind a Disruptor, but... Okay, we'll take a Leech Gauntlet pretty happily. It's an artifact, it's just a good card in general. So, we're kind of weird here in that we're like a blue-black deck that cares about artifacts and enchantments at this point. This pack is not good. It is for some people. Generous Visitor is great. I guess we do have 1 green card. We could speculate. I mean, the other option is basically to take Mirror Shell Crab. I don't really want either of these. So the other option is the Crab, which is fine. But I think Generous Visitor is good enough that I say, yeah, maybe green ends up being open. I don't know. We do have a Bosiju. Yeah, Infiltrator's okay, but I kind of like the second Completion when we have a Shrine Steward and 2 Kamis of Terrible Secrets. Yeah, we'll grab the Completion. There's our, you know, one of my pet cards, Teachings of the Kirin. We're not in the deck for it at this point, though. I think I like Prosperous Thief a little more than the Ambusher, even though the Ambusher is always an artifact, and this only makes them, but this can enable some crazy starts sometimes. Tech Wrecker. Man. There'd be some good green cards going around. I mean, I think we probably take the Hacker. It fits really well into our deck between being a ninja and setting up our Kami. So, obviously Tech Wrecker's a better card, but yeah. I'm not probably going to be splashing green. There just wasn't anything worth taking in that pack, so I think taking the Visitor was fine. I mean, we may end up splashing, but I'm not so keen on it. I mean, we don't really splash Generous Visitor, you know? I mean, it's not a splash card. Doing good on artifacts and enchantments, so more Kamis of Terrible Secrets are right up our alley. Shadow Walker's okay. Yeah, maybe I grab one. I think I like it more than the second Decoy or a Brute Suit. It's definitely not great, and it may get cut, but it's all right. Okay, well, here's the green fixing if we want it. I think we take that over Reckoner's Shakedown for sure. Let's just either get Life of Toshiro or Tribute to Hirobi on turn 2 every game. Pretty good chance we win anytime we do that. Nice. Third Kami is good news. The way our deck's looking. We'll take a Pursuit here. You're lucky Arena hasn't crashed on you. If you want to complain about something about Arena, you know, the economy, if you play Constructed, and crashing. you know, are the memory leak problem are those are real things, you know, as opposed to the shuffler. I think our curve's actually pretty good. I kind of hope we don't play, like, there's a few cards that we have in this deck, like, that are inflating our artifact count. I kind of hope in this particular deck we're not playing Mnemonic Sphere. I guess maybe that's it. The Trespassers are all right. I mean, they're definitely not great, frankly. So this might be the more realistic artifact enchantment count, but I think we're still doing pretty well. Well, okay. We could, you know, I don't think... Yeah, we're not good at making the Skyscraper work. If we open up a green bomb, we can actually splash it, I guess. And maybe shove a Besiju into our deck. Okay. Well, Covert Technician, I had a deck last weekend that was really good with it, where we really went off, but it doesn't happen that much. We do have a Leech Gauntlet and a Decoy, but we'd probably rather just have a Moonsnare Specialist. If this were pack one, pick one, I think we'd probably take Iganjo or Oath. You know, probably Iganjo, though. Removal land. We'll take Specialist. We're doing... Ooh, okay. The really powerful ninjutsu payoff, we definitely take it here. There's like a small chance it wheels, and that just makes it kind of tempting to take Reckoner Raid, which would really be great for us, but I think we take Satoru. We haven't gotten to play with Satoru, so here at the end of the format, I think... I forgot to switch my camera. Sorry, people. I think here at the end of the format, getting to play Satoru is a good idea. Deck looks pretty good. I mean, we want to get to like 7 and 7 on these to be happy with our 3 commies. But yeah. Oh boy. Oh my. This pack is just... has an overwhelming number of things I want. Okay, just 3. But Eater of Virtue is really good. I think our deck is aggressive enough to be down with the Eater. Long Reach of Night is nice. Twisted Embrace would be cool. You know, we can search it up with Shrine Steward. I do think we take Eater in the end. It'll up our artifact count, which is nice. And it's just a really good card. So I think it works out pretty well. Yeah. So where does this format rank for me? I'm probably going to do a Needs and Notes on that exact topic next weekend. But to sum it up, I think it's really good. Probably not quite as good as Dominaria, though, is basically what I would say. Kind of thinking it's tempting to take Oaths, you know. If we had the fixing for Oaths, that would be cool. We don't. So we'd probably take Debt to the Kami. I don't really want a second Shadow Walker very badly. So yeah, we'll take Debt. It's okay. I mean, I kind of hope we cut it, but... Wow. What's happening here to our blue and black cards? We'll take Kami of Restless Shadows. Don't really want to play it, but it's kind of okay. 1 more enchantment and 2 more artifacts. I mean, we could force it if we wanted, like the Trespassers or something. Okay, so I think we'd probably grab another Hacker because it's an enchantment. Thief, I guess, does make artifacts. And it does give us fixing, but we're not really doing anything with that fixing, unfortunately. You know, we didn't end up with any of the 1-mana 1/1s that tap a thing, unfortunately. That would have been nice. Do I want... Yeah, I think we probably want Moon Circuit Hacker more than Prosperous Thief in the end. This is our second draft, yep. Yeah, this isn't a great card for a deck either, frankly. We do have decent fixing, it's just we don't have anything to play. Oh, Ninja Lord seems good. How are we doing on ninjas and rogues? 1 rogue, 7 ninjas. Yeah, Ninja Lord seems right up our alley. Wouldn't mind a Clawing Torment, but passing our Signpost Uncommon is tough. Okay, Centipede versus Puzzle Maker. I like the Centipede a little more, frankly, in this deck. You know, it enables... You know, it's more aggressive and enables better attacks, so... I like it a little more here. I don't think Umezawa was pack 2, pick 1. I think but it was like the second pick there. So here we'll take the Covert Technician. We need the artifacts, and it's, you know, pretty good one. We did get to 7 and 7, and I think that means we take our 4th Kami of Terrible Secrets. Pretty happily. Puzzle Maker's good, but yeah. We'll take a Torment. I don't know if it'll make the cut, but we'll grab it. I kind of don't think we play Shadow Walker in this deck in the end. One thing we don't have is a great finisher. Yeah, I probably should just take an Oath. If we're lucky enough to see another one, I don't think we will, unfortunately. Because we have enough fixing with our random, like, treasure generators that, like, splashing an Oath wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, we're not going to see one. Yeah. You know, Besiege Who Endures is kind of interesting for a splash for us. So this is interesting because I think we got a lot of the things you do want in this black-blue deck, but not getting the 1-mana 1/1 artifact creature with flying that taps a thing down is kind of a bummer. So luckily I don't think we played Trespasser and Demonic Sphere. I don't think we need to. Covert Technician can put Eater of Virtue, Leech Gauntlet, and Papercraft Decoy into play. That's not bad. That might actually happen a time or two. And actually, if it gets buffed by our Lord, we can put the Centipede or Scrounger into play. The Scrounger is a bit awkward in a world where I'm not fixing. I'm not that interested in ramping. Maybe Cyber Trespassers is just better. So, an interesting thing, you know, that I mentioned near the end, we do have this, which is kind of passable, but an interesting thing is we do have Bosiju, and we could consider just, like, throwing it in our deck, basically as a colorless land, and being able to cast it for its effect sometimes. And in a deck that has, we have 1 Prosperous Thief and 1 Scrounger, you know, if we don't cut the Scrounger. So that's kind of like a good idea. Is it worth the hit to our mana base? I mean, it would sort of make us run 17 lands. We're probably only running 16 in this deck, so. We're not doing great on removals, so I am seriously considering going that route. It's nice that the fail case is, it's just a land that I can play. Oh yeah, we do have dual lands. You're right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, splashing Bosiju is actually a pretty good idea. Because, yeah, we have Jungle Hollow and Thornwood Falls. A little wacky, maybe, to do this, but I think it's fine. That might actually mean we can cut our Scrounger. We probably cut an island. Yeah, we have way more black cards. I mean, I think Centipede is better than Scrounger in this deck. It's not like we're desperate for the fixing or the ramping. So I think we'd rather have the Centipede by like a lot. One more cut. So that actually takes us down to 6 artifacts. I don't think I like that, actually. No. I mean, we do have Prosperous Thief, which will generate artifact tokens, but maybe we cut Clawing Torment first, because I just feel like once you go below 7/7 or so, you find yourself in a bit of trouble if you're trying to do stuff with the commies. But I guess we probably, I mean, the fail case is still 4 mana, 3/4. So I could live with that. Yeah, Debt to the Kami might get cut. I wish I had more removal. That would make me more eager to cut it, but I guess we'll do it. Yeah, I mean, it's such bad removal anyway that I think it's probably something we can cut. And Clawing Torment's kind of what I keep coming back to here. I mean, it's definitely not bad, but I mean, it's, you know, it's way better than Papercraft Decoy, but I need the artifacts. And it's better than Undercity Scrounger, but same problem. It is kind of funny, Gravelighter alongside Hirobi. That said, I don't think we end up cutting it in the end. You know, it can just set up too many good things. It's a hard last cut. Yeah, I think it's the Torment in the end. Excuse me. Pretty good hand. You know, we don't have our real second color. So it's a little annoying, but let's hope they play an X1 here that we can just kill with life. Oh, no, it's going to feel so good. Not only did they play an X1, they played one that is a problem. Get out of here. Uh-oh. They're having some mana problems over there. So if we play this Decoy, then and it lives along with our Toshiro, these two Kamis are each going to draw us. Each one will draw us a card and gain us a life. That is less than ideal. So it sort of feels like we need to slap completion on that. We can't really afford to let it live. We're going to have to play our Bosiju here, sadly. Yeah. Because if they untap and play an enchantment, we're in a world of hurt. So we take a turn off to do that. Attack them for 2. Thank God it blanks all its abilities. That's what makes Tamiyo's completion like one of the better versions of that effect we've ever seen. Because we see versions of that effect all the time, and they're all pretty bad. Alright, so let's play our Kami in main phase 1 here. And I guess we'll attack... Yeah, let's attack with Memory. I guess I could have attacked with the Decoy too, but yeah. That's some bad luck, Kaiser. Okay. I kind of think we just swing out here. We have this enchantment and this artifact, and we can play another artifact if we want to trigger our Kami. So Yeah, I think we just swing out here. That's fine with us. Do I want a Prosperous Thief? Not really. Doesn't accomplish much for us here. So I think we play another Kami. All about them Kamis. And then we'll play our Eater. They're gonna reanimate something here with the 5-mana reanimation spell. Yeah, it's pretty spicy. We have another completion for it, unfortunately for them, but ooh, it's probably better to bounce it. Yeah. So we go Moon Snare Specialist. Then we'll equip the Eater to Papercraft Decoy. Leaving our green untapped is a little annoying. Like, not much I can bluff. Yeah, the Kamis are really, really good when you can get them going in a deck like this. Okay, they do get to kill something here. But we win. We just put completion on that and... or bounce it, or whatever. Well, that game went really well. Let's see if we can keep it up. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, we just sort of curved out, played Kamis. That's pretty much all we did. And that's enough to win when it goes that way. Alright, another pretty good hand. Might have to play our Bosiju again, sadly, but we can live with it. If we get to kill an X1 again, I mean, that was the other thing in that game. Like, just getting to kill that shrine, you know, was way too much value. Looks like they're going to play... Ooh. Well, we're going to be able to kill it next turn, at least with our life, but... it might let them do some ninjutsu shenanigans here on turn 1. Like, draw a card or whatever. With, Hacker. I can kill the Hacker, too. Can't kill that. So, that's a problem. So they hit us, and maybe they put something into play for free. They do. I can, however, kill that, and I think we probably do it. Yeah, we'll play life here. It also means they can't really play this for a turn. Yeah, unfortunately, they had a way to use their mana. But, yeah. You know, it's funny, we had a deck last week that was insane with that ninja, and we really went off with it, but the deck wasn't very good otherwise. Leech Gauntlet, Eater. Doesn't seem too bad. Yeah. We're in a bit of trouble here, though. I mean, that 1,000-face shadow can do some silly things. Right, so they just kill our gauntlet. That's fine. We don't hate them using their turn that way. Alright, so we do have an artifact and enchantment. So we're just going to go ahead and play our Kami while we know that that's true. Yeah, I can't remember which day it was last weekend, unfortunately. Okay. Well. I think we will... Yeah, let's put the Eater on the Kami. Then let's play Chain Flail. Yeah, Chain Flail Centipede here. We'll move the Eater over to the memory. I'm glad they had to play the Thousand Face Shadow, but of course they always have the capacity to return it to their hand in a deck like theirs. Ooh, so we could get green mana for Bosiju with either of these now. That's kind of cool. So, do I just swing with all three of my creatures here? Kind of feels like I do. I can actually return the Kami, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we're okay with all these things. So if I return Memory of Toshiro right now, I can kill one of these X1s. That seems really good. So we're going to get a bunch of value here. So we go Ninjutsu, return Memory. We do less damage to them, but I think overall we're okay with that. And then we replay Life of Toshiro. Pick off. I guess I'm going to kill the bigger creature. I could kill both flyers over the course of the next 2 turns, though. Yeah, let's kill the Shadow. So we can end our turn here and leave up Bosiju mana, which doesn't seem bad. Yeah. It does give them a 4th land, which isn't, like, perfect. But it might be what we want to do here. Yeah, I think... Yeah, that's what we'll do. So I guess they can return this X1 now. That would be annoying. If they have ninjutsu here, they can return it, and then I don't have something to kill. But at least the trigger will still do something. Yeah, looks like that's what they're going to do here. No, we're not. We're down with that. What happens if I Bosiju here? I guess we don't. We don't need to do it yet. Okay. So... Eater of Virtue on Prosperous Thief, swing with both. Seems reasonable. Yeah. They probably block, but, you know. So I think we just play out both of these. And we'll hang on to our Bosiju mana. We do need Well, I guess our Eater is going to let whatever we suit up punch through, so I guess I'm in okay shape. Okay. That does let you attack this turn. But do you? I don't know if you do. You didn't really want to bounce the other two things, though, so it makes sense if you're going to bounce something. It is a little awkward that Eater on Papercraft Decoy doesn't really do anything. Like, it'll make it exile itself, so I don't get to... Oh, it leaves the battlefield. Never mind. Awesome. So we definitely put the Eater on Papercraft Decoy here and swing with both of these. Okay, so... This is probably where we want to use Bosiju. Yeah. It will give them a land, but we also get a pretty big blowout on this board. See if that land helps them. Hopefully it doesn't. We may have just helped them cast Behold the Unspeakable or something, I guess. They go to 10. We play Scrounger. I hate it when I'm right. I hate it. And they're even going to get to draw like 1,000,000 cards this turn. That is not good. Alright, so... I don't know that we can win now, unfortunately. Oh, they do actually only get 2, but still. This is going to make it tough. Freaking Behold. We do have a nice board, and we have lots of good cards we can draw. On the bright side. You've got Menace. Now you have Death Touch. Okay, well, we're still in pretty good shape. Like, if that's what they got for us coming out of a Behold the Unspeakable. Weirdly, none of these are ninjas or rogues. Actually, you're a rogue. How about that? Okay. I think we just play this. And swing out. Yeah. We can draw if Papercraft Decoy dies. Yeah. That's fine. So's that, really. So you go to 1 here. They do get the Behold creature now, but I'm not super alarmed by that possibility. It's actually not a possibility. Not alarmed by that being the case. You know, they have to play things from their hand not to die, and that means the visions will get smaller. Yeah. Alright. Luckily, giving them the 5th land for Behold didn't matter in the end. Got a little sketchy there. If they'd drawn better, it wouldn't have been hard for them to turn that game around, but getting a kunai and a 2-3 or 3-2 or whatever wasn't really a problem for us. Urtai. It's a good old Magic character. This is an awkward hand for Gravelighter. I do think we keep it anyway. It may not be that awkward. I mean, just playing it as an Edict sometimes is worth it. Okay. That is interesting. Because if I just play the Hacker here and then play the Master next turn, there's a pretty good chance they don't have a good block. But then I only get to loot. That said, ninjutsuing this doesn't seem like a super likely outcome either way. So, yeah, I think we just play our Hacker here. You know, let's hope they don't play Life of Toshiro and get us. We've gotten both of our last couple of opponents with Life. Okay, good. They did not. Yeah, so I think that means we play Silver for Master and attack them. We don't have an artifact, unfortunately, this time. Maybe we'll hit one off of our loot here. We do not. It's tempting to give up the land, and maybe that's just what I do. I'm likely to draw a fourth one, but I guess we're in a really, really bad position if we never draw a fourth one. I do have a bunch of 4-drops in my hand. Alright, so maybe I lose a Kami. These other things seem like they're going to be more... I mean, yeah, I think we hold on to the land, sadly. I wish I didn't have to, but... I always think this is a mountain, which I think everybody does, right? Okay. Okay, there's our artifact that we want. I could just play Gravelighter here. I guess if I attack and play Gravelighter, that's pretty good, whether they block or not. Yeah. That way I draw a card off of Gravelighter instead of the Edict. I mean, if they block, that is. Yeah. So they do block. We're okay with it. It does mean we don't have Enchantment Artifact yet for our Kami, but we can get there without too much trouble. So we get to draw a card here, which I think is a better outcome than what was going to happen there. Oh. Okay. We're going to discard our Thornwood Falls. Alright, so we're going to attack them. So... I probably hold on to this land to discard it. I'm going to play the decoy here. We could sack the decoy, and draw off of it. That's not too bad. But it is our only artifact, so that's kind of a problem for our Kami. Yeah, we just discard a swamp. It also means this will be a smaller creature. So that matters, although we can shut it down with completion. Okay, there's a completion. Completion number 2. I guess we attack here. We're going to play the completion at the end of their turn. I mean, losing the decoy would suck a little, I guess. Yeah, we probably don't want to lose the decoy, actually. We'll attack with just the Gravelighter. Because we want to completion something here. And then play Kami to draw. What do they got? Chain Flail. Looks promising that we'll get to do what we want. Yeah, we'll take one. I think we probably tap down the Animus. It's enough of a problem right now that And it'll quickly become more of one, so... They could have Tamio's safekeeping. That would be... Oh. That's gross. That's very gross. Okay. Mostly because it just blanked our ability to play our Kami here. Alright, so... I'm thinking about passing the turn here again. And just leaving up Tamio's completion and hoping it actually does a thing. Yeah. I think that's fine. So... I think we let them attack us, see what happens. I think I blocked the Infiltrator. No, I don't. I don't want to block the Infiltrator. Alright, so I think we just take 4 here. Ninjutsu would be bad, I guess. Yeah, take 4. Okay, that doesn't upset me too much. Alright, so now we're going to put the completion on the Animus. And it's going to work this time. Then, I think we attack and play Kami of Terrible Secrets. Ooh. Kami. Not too bad. Not too bad. We may take some serious damage, I guess. I guess I can block with the Papercraft Decoy now, though, at least. Okay, this is gonna hurt. So you hit me for 6? Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. Ow. Awkward time for Hirobi. I think we probably just play Kami again and end our turn. Okay. That's not what you want to see. Okay. So... Ugh. Do we just have to take 7 here? Kind of feels that way. I gotta hold on to this artifact, unfortunately. We'll take 7. Okay. So, is it better to play Moon Snare Specialist here than it is a Kami? Because the Specialist... Yeah. Yes, it is. I think we bounced the flyer. Yeah. And pass. Probably have to block with Papercraft Decoy now. So, I think we block with both of these so that we can, you know, block the flyer potentially at least. They could blow us out here, but hopefully they don't. If we draw a land, we can actually go Leech Gauntlet Kami, which is pretty good. Well, that's not good. Our opponent has all the interaction. So I wouldn't mind drawing a land to go Leech Gauntlet Kami here. Hey, we did it. It's a fancy land, too. So, Leech Gauntlet. Kami of Terrible Secrets. It's going to be tough. I mean, even though we're doing all this value stuff, our life is low enough that we're in a really bad position. And in fact, we're dead. So, tough. That was a tough one. We tried hard to stabilize, but couldn't do it. They just had way too much going on. Way too much. All that removal, those Twisted Embraces were a real beating. So yeah, this is the second to last stream of this format. Next Saturday will be the last one. It's crazy, but we're there. We are there. New Capenna time is upon us, almost. No blue mana. I mean, it's passable. I think we end up keeping it. God, I'm so tired of seeing turn 1 Reckoner raids on the other side of the table. Okay. Well. Part of it is how enjoyable it's been. Part of it is also how much time there was between the last two sets. Because there was a whole lot. Like, there was way too much time in between the last two sets. That is not good. I think we pretty much have to play our land in the Kami here. Neither of which we really want to do, but that's what we're looking at. I think we'll attack with Centipede. We're okay with trading for either. I'm going to play our land and a Kami that doesn't draw us any cards. Unfortunately. Blue mana, please. Well, we can't play that, so we just gotta pass our turn, unfortunately. Luck has been fickle today, as it often is. Okay. I can at least play that. The unfortunate thing is it doesn't really enable any attacks. I don't really want to attack against Peerless Samurai. I guess. Okay. If they just take Papercraft Decoy if I attack with it, we are in a world of hurt. So I don't think I can really do it. I was thinking about attacking and then giving -1 to one of them. But they have 2 menace creatures. Maybe I do attack with Decoy here. Though they're worried about ninjutsu, they might also think it's just a chump attack. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think it's our best bet. Try to bluff them into a block here. It probably doesn't happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen. That's okay. We'll play our life. Helps us in the race, at least. 5th land of any kind is good, because we can get Shrine Steward, at least. Although, we can't play Tamio's Completion. Isn't that the only aura we have? Yeah, so we take 4-ish here. There might be some ninjutsu. This crazy horseshoe crab spirit thing. Any land means we can play our steward. Oh, God. Okay, we're going to gain 2 and just end our turn. Man. We're drafting cool decks today, but having some tough times with them. I did keep a hand that had no blue. Obviously. Ugh. Okay. And it's exile. Oh, I do get to draw still, at least. So we definitely exile our decoy. And we definitely pay 2. We did hit a 5th land. We're a little late to the game, but we hit it. So I definitely block Song Shaper here. They might have the board trick, but their creature still dies if they do. So probably should have just played the boar if you're them in this situation, if that is their plan here. Okay, some ninjutsu. Ooh, that's spicy. Are they gonna do it with this one too and give it 4 power? That would be nasty. Okay, not quite as nasty as it could have been, but definitely not ideal for us. Hey, look, a creature. Okay, still no blue mana. Seems like playing Shrine Steward is the best thing. Can at least start doing stuff with our Kamis. Yeah. I mean, the Kami is a better blocker, but I think we play Shrine Steward here. Grab a completion that we can't cast. End our turn. Yeah, I feel like things have gone worse for me. That's usually how it goes, though. My greatest strengths as a limited player, I think, are card evaluation. I think we just take the 5 here and hope we can endure it. A card evaluation, and so as everyone else sort of catches up to me, as they inevitably do, with knowing how good the cards are, my record suffers. Okay, so we're going to play a Kami and, like, not like that, though, because if we draw... My God. Okay. Well, we end our turn. This thing can already almost do a ton of damage to us. We need that blue mana desperately. We should have drawn blue by now. Like, probability says we should have drawn it, you know? So... double block one of you. One of you. We need to draw blue, for our completion, or we're going to be dead in the very near future. Trample Trick kills us, pretty much. Here's hoping they don't have it. That, overall, really goes fairly well for us, but not having any blue is bad, bad news. Why is your reconfigure 4? See, this is when a lot of people would blame the shuffler, and it's just called variance. Because this happens in paper all the time. It's not a special thing about Arena. So, yeah, we have to not... 4, 5, 6... So if they draw another land, we're dead. And we're dead. Unless they're too afraid to use it. Brutal. That was a brutal one. But yeah, as card evaluations catch up to me, I'm in more trouble. Oh, I guess we were dead anyway. What kind of math was I doing? Yeah, I mean, I make mistakes all the time. I'm prone to mistakes in this format, so... We have 7 islands, but we also have 1 dual land, so that would have helped too. God. Both our decks today were fun and did a lot of things I like doing in this format. First one did not do well. Hopefully this one does better. See, this is another time when other people would say, Oh, the shuffler. No, this just happens. It happens in Magic. I do sort of think we have to mulligan it with them going first. We have... That doesn't make it less frustrating, by the way. It is frustrating, but it's not something that's happening on Arena that doesn't happen in paper, is my point. Having all our colors is pretty nice. The green splashes Bosiju. But man, this hand is miserable. Yeah, we got a mulligan. This one is way better, so thank you, life. Probably put a Kami back, sadly. We need the mana. Not feeling great about this hand. Ooh, that makes it a lot better, though. Because now we can go Hacker, Centipede, Kami. Don't tell me you have Counterspell. Or Removal. Don't play either of those. Okay, well, you didn't. You do get yourself a 1/1, unfortunately. That produces mana, but... I think our Hacker's dead. Makes our hand less good, certainly. Do I want to get the Modern Age going? Or pressure them in the more immediate future? I think I like getting the Modern Age going. Covert Technician, huh? Well, I don't think so. I don't think we want it. So they're like a multicolor shenanigans kind of deck that we kind of have to get under, and we're not doing a great job of that right now. So let's play our Centipede, or try. The mana they have up, I'm not... Okay. Wasn't super optimistic, but it did resolve. Does it stay in play? What are they ramping into? Yeah, Kami War is very likely. Are we going to lose to Kami War here? We do, obviously, if they cast it. I don't think we can beat it. Okay. I'm much more accepting of that. Wow. You felt like you had to do that, huh? That is interesting. So in our first main phase, let's play the Kami so that if they block our Centipede, you know, we still draw a card. And yeah, we definitely attack with the Centipede, offer up the trade. We have another artifact in our hand for our other Kamis, should they show up. Oh boy, I'm pretty scared of what they're gonna do here. 1, 2... I mean, they have Kami War mana. They had it last turn, so it's not in their hand, even if their deck does have it. So yeah, they're just trying to stave off things. So... Tamio's completion, swing with everything. Yeah. Put the completion on the Tanuki. Swing with everything. Play a decoy. Are we gonna get there? Really depends on if they draw the Kami War, basically. Okay. Gross. That was gross. Okay. So they basically stabilized. Yeah. I guess I can attack with both of these here. The Kami might die, but then I can put this into play and get Vector Glider going again. Yeah, I think we just attack with both. They may just block both. They can just have them both bounce off each other. Okay, so they do that. Darn it. Why are they so smart? I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate you being smart. Okay, so I think we just play both of these out now. Unfortunately. If they'd let the Vector Glider in there, we would have gotten some sweet, sweet value. Looks like they're about to get some sweet, sweet value out of the graveyard that probably beats us. Because we're in top deck mode here. Yeah, there were a lot of things that that block, if we'd had something like the Preserver, we could have blown them out. You Are Already Dead would have been pretty good on that block. Kind of looking, you know, we have a slump in every format. We've never really had a big one yet in this format, but I guess between last weekend and so far this weekend, we are headed in that direction of closing out the format on a slump. Yeah. Well, that's a non-bow. I kind of think I basically cycle a creature here by attacking with, you know, basically sack a creature to draw a card here. And I guess we probably want it to be the Moon Circuit Hacker. If they let the hacker hit them, we get to loot, so it's kind of a win-win. They're like, what could they have? All right. Draw a card off of Gravelighter. We can get a treasure here, too, if we want. I guess we probably do want to. Ooh. Okay, so I could play the Specialist here. The problem is, everything that I want to bounce, or could bounce, is horrible to bounce. We could bounce our own thing in the future. I'm not sure that's what we want to do. Yeah, I think we hold on to the Specialist, sadly. We don't want to give them back Twin Shot Sniper. We don't want to give them back Gloom Shrieker. We don't want to give them back Kami of Terrible Secrets. So, opponent's definitely got a Kami War in their deck, and they're looting to find it. There's an uncommon that I've never gotten to play in this format, weirdly. Ooh. doesn't enable a crazy amount. But... yeah, I may have to bounce this Kami of Terrible Secrets to have a shot here. Awkwardly. So we're going to bounce this Kami, which is definitely not what you want to be doing. But it's what we're going to end up doing. Do they have a fight spell? No. Attack with Vector Glider. Yeah, I think we attack with both of those. Definitely kill the reach creature if they let us. Seems like they have something, right? Yeah, so we'll kill the Reacher. Try to. It may just loot with it, which I can live with, except for the fact that they're getting themselves closer and closer to drawing the Kami War. Okay. This gives us a bit of a chance. Make a treasure. Do I want to move the Eater? There's not really a reason to. We have so much mana that I don't know why we would. So they get to play the Kami, gain a life, and draw another card, but they also don't have a creature with reach anymore. So I think it was ultimately what we wanted to do. They are going to get a creature with reach when this comes down. But we have one more turn before that happens, and if we can get them down to 3, we might find a way to chip in for the last few damage. It's kind of what we're looking at here, I think. Spinning Wheel Kick would be soul-shattering. It's very true. Let's hope they don't have it. That's not entirely soul-shattering, but they are going to gain 3 life next turn, and that's kind of a problem. Okay. That doesn't really help us that much, sadly. Swing out here seems like our best bet. I think we move the Eater to something else. I guess the Specialist, probably. I mean, it does mean we do less damage to them. But it also kind of means they have to block. Ooh, maybe it's better on the Scrounger, actually. Is it better on the Scrounger? It is better on the Scrounger. We have plenty of mana, who cares? Okay. Oh, never mind. Back to the Specialist. Our opponent's like, what the heck is happening over there? We're just going to swing out. And if we ever draw a card with ninjutsu, we're going to be in pretty good shape, but we have to draw them. Okay. Ooh. How's that for a play? Man, our opponent... Why is our opponent so good? Turning off our Eater of Virtue at instant speed like that? Alright, we gotta draw really... Oh. Yeah, I mean, our opponent's just gonna outvalue us here. They just slammed 2 reach creatures. They're at 7. It's gonna be tough. Looks like we're 2 and 3ing for the second time today. Ninjutsu on Gloomshrieker, no. I don't think we have an out. Trying to decide if it's worth spending the time finishing this game off or if we should jump into the next draft. See what they do this turn. It's probably time to scoop, though. Not really anything we can do to... I guess Bosiju. Drawing Bosiju would be pretty good, maybe. I mean, we definitely take 9. Oh my god. Why is our opponent so good? Yeah, alright, we're scooping. Oop. It's tough. Tough to have back-to-back 2 and 3s with decks that I think were actually pretty good, but it happens. And it's not because of Arena's matchmaking or Shuffler or anything else. It's just how Magic goes. Variance. That was gross. You know, the way they stabilized there late, like, it was like, okay, we got to try to chip in for as much damage as we can. And then they're like, you know what? I'm going to gain a bunch of life. You know, stopping our equipment was really the play of the game, I think. Because it killed my creature outright without killing theirs. And that was not good.